Fourth grade students across Bradford, Sullivan, and Tioga counties get to experience 1866 here at the Heritage Village and Farm Museum. We'll explore all that Farm Day has to offer after the break.
For all your N's, C and N.
How do you make the story of Farmer Boy come alive for the students?
First off, each participating school has a classroom set of the book Farmer Boy by Laura Ingalls Wilder. It's the only book out of all her books that's written about her husband only. The other books are about her life. And when we started this program, we needed to get centered on something. And it was a school teacher who suggested we follow that book. So what we did was, through a grant, we had classroom sets of the books to each participating school. And when they read the book, and then they see it happen. Over here, the gentleman who's doing threshing, nobody thrashes like that anymore. And yet it was one of the big jobs that the children in the family did. So without a picture, and the new hardback books don't have any illustrations, which is sad. So the kid reads it, but has never seen anything to connect the story to, so you don't know what picture in their mind they have put together. And then when they actually participate, the hands-on is what's fun. And then when you watch these kids' eyes and they remember what they read and now they see it happening or they're participating and, all of a sudden it all clicks together. It's very rewarding. And all of our volunteers make a very special effort to connect what they're doing with the activities that the family would do in 1866. So that's how we bring the book to life.
Well, we talk about the maple syrup, how the Indians started, and from there we go to when we were kids with a brace and bet, and then we talk about the modern times.
What are some of the biggest takeaways for the students today?
The hands-on and the enhanced understanding. They do an evaluation. And that's interesting. We ask what's their favorite activity. We ask what did they understand better because they came. What did they like best? Did they see something that they want to pursue? Like perhaps over at the textile area where they're spinning. And but we're connecting this clothing, the spinning, to the shearing of the sheep. And the start to finish and what was Almanzo's job and the different steps involved. So that sometimes they'll say, I want to be a blacksmith. Our blacksmith, Merle Eifert, he's a real big hit. A lot of kids reference that. If they reference the church, they're going to say, I didn't realize you had to sit and not say anything for 2 hours. We make them sit for a whole minute. That's eternity for them. But, that's how church was. The daily life, and that's what we're depicting here is the daily life of the family. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy it so much.
Well, they learned to taste the maple syrup. They learned how to make maple syrup from the time of beginning till the end. We have our evaporator here, and that is the modern way to make it. They learn.
How long have you guys done this event?
This event, since it started, 10 years ago. Anyway, we've been right here.
Yeah, approximately that. I don't know the year that it started, but yeah, since the museum's been doing the 1866 days, yeah, we've been here doing the demonstration here at the Sugar Shack.
This event started in 2013, and we had the COVID year and the following year where the schools were making up. And so we had 2 years where it didn't happen, but we're back on track. Yeah. So this is our 10th year, if you count the ones we didn't do, or 11.
What have the students really enjoyed about this event?
Our fourth grade students in Canton have really enjoyed seeing the old houses, and we read Farmer Boy, the story, before we came, and they're relating from the story to the houses, the guest house, Almanzo's house, the general store, the barber shop. It was hooked onto the dentist office. They weren't so sure about that. But they're really excited about how much they can compare and contrast from the book to today.
You said you came in 2015.
Yes, yep.
So
back
what do
in
you
the day.
remember about it?
Well, I mostly remember in enjoying milking the cow. That was a fun experience. I remember being really interested in the clothing that they wore back in the day, and of course, any station where I got to eat food, that was a big hit for me.
That's a biggie. The ice cream. Now, for example, they're using a crank ice cream, and when they need ice to replenish the ice cream maker, they have to go to the ice house and dig through the sawdust and come up with a bag of ice. And the lady who's making soap, she needs new water every once in a while. The kids are all washing their hands with handmade soap. So she sends a kid out with a bucket to the water pump. You know, and again, this is what the family had to do. They had to go outside and pump water and either water their animals or bring it in so you could take baths or cook. Yep. I think more opportunities for hands-on. I think all kids benefit from that.
Absolutely, I agree. Thank you to all the volunteers and sponsors who helped make this trip back in time possible. And thank you for joining us today on Troy Homepage.
For all your N's, C and N.